The energy for the fourth week of June in the soap opera of the stars is resilience. I'm an intuitive coach, and this is my energy report for the 22nd to the 28th of June. The guides are saying resilience is not about strength or force. Resilience is about how stretchy you are willing to be. I'm seeing the image of an elastic band being pulled wide and it popping back into place, but a little more stretched out than when they started pulling it. This is how I usually see people's energy when I work on it. It stretches, and then in the next session you see it has moved back a little bit, though not as far as it was earlier. So the ability to be stretchy is also about how flexible you are willing to be. And I'm being shown tall trees being bent here and there in the wind. So this is what this week is going to be about, learning, or rather downloading, the energy that allows us to be stretchy, and all of this, of course, towards the aim of being a leader that creates trust-based systems and not control-based ones. For more on this, do read the report for the second week of June. So let's look at the components of stretchiness or resilience. The first, I'm being told, is being lit up about what you are doing. Now, in the Gita, there is talk about putting in the best you can without consideration of the outcome. The guides are saying that it is only possible when you are lit up about what you are doing. Anything that is done out of obligation or pressure or a means to an end is an effort towards an outcome and will drain you of energy. But when you are lit up about yourself, your life, your contribution, then your effort is for the effort itself, and the outcome is a preference, but it doesn't impact the present moment, which is all about enjoying what you're doing. They are saying that living life this way is a form of surrender. It is being fully in the present, and it adds value and energy to your system. Now, if you look at resilience as being able to stick with things, then feeling lit up about yourself and your life is key. They also want to note a key differentiation here. They are talking about acting from being lit up within, about yourself and your life, not necessarily your work. Of course, if you can find work that makes you light up, then even better. But what they're trying to say here is that even the most mundane job can feel like a blessing when you're lit up within and doing it with that level of joy in your heart. Again, this distinction is key to resilience because in the beginning, things can be hard. And as things progress, periods of ease will have periods that can be challenging. When everything is about a cycle, there will be good and bad times. There will be things you enjoy doing and things that you don't enjoy. So it's important to be lit up within to get through it all. And that is the first aspect of being stretchy. The second aspect is being a master in what is unique to you. Now, in the report for the month of June, the guides spoke about the 4 stages of learning. And then in the report for the first week of June, they discussed the importance of being a master. Here they are saying that part of being stretchy and resilience is the willingness to choose experiences just so you can become the master of what you've come here to learn. Now here they're showing me repetitive patterns. Now, not the pretty ones we see in nature though. The ones you see repeating in your lives. The guides are saying you often become disillusioned when you see these repetitive patterns because you feel that you are failing at learning the lesson. But what if you were to see it as the practice needed to gain mastery? They want to make another distinction here. They're saying there are people who keep repeating the same pattern without awareness and therefore with no change within themselves. That is not what they're talking about. They are speaking to you where you are aware of your patterns. You work on leveling up and then you find the pattern repeating. This time, sometimes even more challenging. This, they're saying, is because you decided that in this lifetime you were going to gain mastery over the pattern. You were determined that this would be the last earthly lifetime struggling with this aspect of your human existence, and so you signed up for a PhD. And yes, some of you have signed up for multiple PhDs, and therefore you encounter these patterns which get more and more complex in multiple aspects of life. The point is to completely detach from them, is what they're saying. So what is detachment? You see them, you no longer judge them, you are no longer affected by them, you no longer care whether they stay or go, the patterns. You become so clear within yourself about what you want and so trusting of the benevolence of life that the pattern loses its power to shake you from your center. So this is then another aspect of being stretchy, of being resilient. And since we're speaking of leadership, you can imagine what a powerful leader this would make. One who is no longer triggered by the people they are leading because they've achieved mastery over the patterns that trigger them. And if you were to see your experiences this way, would you not feel delighted? Well, delighted may be a stretch, but we're talking about being stretchy, so would you not feel delighted at the higher level challenges? Just like you are at learning new subjects that you have chosen to be your speciality in human school. So the third aspect of being stretchy is being your own coach. So first, let's look at the definition of a coach. A coach addresses how you think and provides the space for you to find your own answers. A coach urges you to push beyond your comfort zone and boundaries and provides the space to think through the insights that enable you to go beyond. A coach holds you accountable to what you have committed to do to move in the direction of your goals. So the guides are saying that using words like trust and courage hold no value any longer because they have become a part of the vocabulary that triggers resistance on account of their having been used to manipulate as well. So therefore, when they say be your own coach, they are urging you to study your decision-making process and develop a strategy that enables you to understand what you feel in your system, which is your body, mind, and soul. When you understand, that's when you understand the next step. Now, look at all the times you have made decisions in the past that you feel have served you. What do they involve? What can you learn from them to help you now and in the future? This will help you build trust in yourself, which is really all the trust that you need. With respect to comfort zones, their take is that comfort zones give you the perception of being safe only because they are familiar. So to push your boundaries, it is important to ask, do I really feel safe? Or is it just a matter of a known devil is better than an unknown one? So fear feels real. Fear is an important part of the system for survival, but fear is also a conditioned response. Therefore, ask yourself, what are the secret agendas with keeping myself small when I hold on to this fear? Once you understand the best way to make decisions and how you're holding yourself back, decide on the next steps. This is the point where it is important to hold yourself accountable. You can do this by enlisting assistance, so it could be an accountability group, a partner, or an app, or you can study what makes you stick to things and find a way to make these steps actually sticky. So this sums up the third aspect of being stretchy. The guides are saying we've moved out of the orbit of energy that is comfortable and convenient. We are moving into a download of energy that will change the way we do things on Earth. Hence, we need to look at and explore concepts that may be familiar but need to be looked at with a new lens. So that is what is being shared here. And some of this may resonate for some of it may resonate for others. Take what resonates and feels right for you. In summary, the guides would like us to know that it is only leaders who are willing to work on their stretchiness that can contribute to trust-based systems. So to embody this form of resilience requires that they are lit up about who they are, that they're willing to be masters of their patterns, and they are willing to act as their own coaches. There will be leaders who are doing this at various levels of skill and development, but this is a key learning on the path to dismantling control-based systems. So this is the end of the energy report part of this episode. Now, let's go into the energy reset. I'm being shown a collective heart center and a connection between that heart center to the throat center And this connection actually feels like very hard and twisted energy. It's strange that I have recently been working with someone with the same sort of hard and twisted energy. And the guides are saying that this energy is on account of you having been choked off from your original form by the conditioning of this world. So as we're speaking, they're gently untangling and releasing the fibers that are knotted up here to allow a sense of relief. They are saying this is the energetic manifestation of the pattern that you are here to master, and that if something comes to mind, then make sure to be aware of any insights you feel around it in the next few days. As they are untangling it, they are saying that originality is a threat to any system that thrives on control. So to be able to change the system, you need to allow yourself to think about what makes you original, and then to actually go out there and express it. And as we're doing this untangling process, because I can still feel it happening, and be aware of your body, take a few deep breaths, and just see where you are sensing it in your body. It may be in this area, it may be in your solar plexus, it may be in your feet or your hands. But as all of this is happening, I'd like to share this anecdote with you actually. A client of mine once connected with me because she felt that she was procrastinating. She had a big trip that she was very excited about coming up, and she just felt that she wasn't able to do what needs to be done to prepare for that trip, and it was causing her quite a bit of stress. So she connected with me on account of, whether I could help her with that procrastination. And I think it was in the second session that I said to her that I can feel the fibers in your fingers all knotted up and hard and crunchy, and do you feel pain in your fingers? And she says, I've always had pain in my fingers. And I said, but I can see you as a teenager, and it looked like I've never seen her as a teenager, but the form of her and the guidance I was getting was that she was a teenager. And I can see you kneading dough, and I can see it's a lot of dough, and I feel you're very resentful of that dough, but you have to do it. And she was surprised because she says, through my teen years, in order to keep my dog, my pet, I had to knead dough for the whole family. And in India, we make rotis, and that's, you have to make that atta, and it's quite a bit if there's a whole family. And she said that I had to do that every single day because that was the condition on which my parents said that I could keep my dog. And of course, we worked it out, and we released the resentment she felt. And of course, but the reason I speak about this anecdote is that it is so connected to what we're doing here. This not being able to be yourself, feeling obliged to do what you have to on account of, that being a rule. And really the trauma it creates in the body, the pain it creates in the body, and we don't even know it because it's energetic. And when you grow up, you rationalize it and say, well, parents do this and it happens and these are chores, and but that little girl was so scared of losing her pet, her baby, her dog, that she was forced to do this thing that she hated to do every single day for years. And it created this energetic system where she was in pain then for most of her adult life. And I think when we release this at an energetic level, when we feel the relief and the ease from what the guides clear, then we can also download all of the energy that the universe is showering down upon us, the planets are showering down upon us to teach us how to be stretchy, how to be flexible. I find it very cool actually that this whole energy reset, as well as the anecdote I've shared with you, is actually on how to make the energy more flexible. Do subscribe to this channel for regular updates. I drop a new episode every Friday for the week, and once a month there's a bonus episode for the whole month. I would love to hear from you. I The next part of this report is about my process. So if you would like to hear it, but if you've heard it in previous videos, then this is just a repetition. So prior to being able to receive the downloads, my guides expect me to study the astrological and human design transits that are impacting the period of time the report is meant for. I usually study it for the whole month and then week on week. I call it the soap opera of the stars because when I started looking at the information and hearing the stories, it really feels like the planets and luminaries have their own little dramas with their plots and subplots. And we here on Earth are impacted because, all this energy in the universe, this force in the universe, impacts us. So we need to work with that energy to ensure we are able to navigate life in the best manner possible. So to me, these are our warning signals, or the lighthouse that helps us navigate safely to the shore we want to be on, which is hopefully freedom and liberation. So to know more about what I do, you can find me on Instagram as @Pallavi108, which is PALLAVI 108. I'm also on LinkedIn as Pallavi Nath. I have a Spotify channel. It's the same content but in podcast form. And it's called the Soap Opera of the Stars. I have a Medium publication, so same content but in written format. It's also called the Soap Opera of the Stars. You can also stay updated on all the new episodes by following my WhatsApp channel. This is also called the Soap Opera of the Stars. I'm also planning to start posting on X and Twitter, X and Threads. So if that's something you're interested in, then watch this space for more. So just to let you know what I do, as an intuitive coach, I work with clients one-to-one to reset their energetic blueprints for maximum impact. So what this means is it could be an energetic reset to their timelines that includes events right from conception to now. It could be energy from past lifetimes. It could be also ancestral lineages. Now, why it is important to do this is because there are lots of these hidden little things, just like I see this fractured solar plexus that is hidden in our energy that we're not aware of, that we're not conscious of. But as an energy coach, as an intuitive coach, I can see it in the system and I can work with the client to help release it, because after all, aren't we all looking for relief and ease? I certainly am. This can happen for a client for themselves, an individual reset. It can happen for a relationship they're in, so that's a relationship reset. It can happen for the business they're running, and it can also happen in the space that they live or work in. So anywhere that you feel you need a little bit of an energy shift, like a facial for the energy, a deep tissue massage, connect with me. So apart from this, if you want non-face interaction, then I offer intuitive energy blueprint reports. These cover various aspects of your lived experience. They can be generated for you. They can be generated for loved ones. They're similar to the Soap Opera of the Stars, but this is your natal chart. This is your human design setup. So it's very individual and unique to you. The report that I'm currently working on providing is one around purpose. I will provide reports on love and finance and career and so on and so forth. Right now I'm focusing on the first level, which is why are you here? Who are you on this planet? What is your quest? How does that combine to form your purpose? How do you then understand how this purpose in this current lifetime fits in with past and future lifetimes, and what are the important years so far in your life, what do you learn from them, what do you heal in them, and then what are the important markers over the next 10 years that you could prepare for and therefore navigate your life from that perspective. So this is something that I provide. You can check my link www.bit.ly/PN_reports. And I'm going to put that in the link in the description below. Another service that I provide is answers channeled from the guides. Now, you can send this question to me on a form, and within 24 hours, I will respond to you with a voice note. So, these are specific to a situation, a decision, or a person where they need extra guidance, they need an input, they want to make a decision, or they just need to release anxiety. And this is important for them. So, thank you for spending this time with me and my guides, and see you soon. Next Friday, next episode.